It's a nice day outside, so naturally we're gonna play video games. I'm not gonna play the game just yet, so if you don't care about me babbling about Super Mario RPG, then just skip to the next video. But today, I'm gonna start playing Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars for the Super Nintendo, which I still have for the Super Nintendo, and it still works. Except for one time that I played a long time ago, and like there was a weird green screen and it deleted all my saved data. But that only happened once, and I doubt it'll happen again. But if it does happen again while I'm doing this challenge, then, well, fuck. By the way, the reason why I'm doing this is that as part of this video game forum, there's a challenge to finish this game as fast as you can. Even if the game deletes my file like halfway through, I'll just do it again, because you know what? I ain't even mad. Like, that's the mark of a great game. Like, you won't even get mad if your saved file was deleted, because then you're like, okay, that's fine, I'll just play it again. And you just won't feel any regret, or like you won't feel like any anger or frustration. You'll just play it again. It's like watching a movie that you just love over and over. So, I just first want to share a personal story about how I got this game. And a long time ago, when this game was still out and had commercials on TV, I was like, oh, that looks so cool, I want that. Of course I was like, what, 7, 8, 9? It's a little hazy on exactly how old I was, because the funny thing is that this game came out in 1996, but I was in 5th grade, because, my mom labels everything. I was in 5th grade when I was actually playing this game, which would make me like 10 or 11, which would be like 2000 and 2001. So, I don't know, maybe I just had this game for a long time and I just wasn't old enough to really finish it. One Christmas, I had opened all my presents, but then when I went upstairs, my mom was like, oh, go back to the tree, like, look around, just look around, And I was like, okay, whatever. So I look around, I don't see anything, and you know how you have like a skirt underneath the tree? This is mostly if you had real trees. I always had a real tree so that the pine needles wouldn't like actually fall on the floor, they would fall on like the skirt. So I eventually looked under the skirt because there was like a bump on there. It was like a rectangular shaped bump, and then I found the game, and I was like, oh my god. It was a really fond Christmas memory that I have. So as you can see, the box is a real piece of crap by now. And I even like, how it comes with like a cardboard cushion? Yeah, that like, I tore that off like years ago. And here's the instruction booklet. See, look at this. Look at this piece of, look at this. And I'm covering it awkwardly here because it has a label with my real name, and that I was in 5th grade. Ugh. Yeah, you can always tell you had fun with a game when the box is just like totally demolished like a year later, because when you were a kid you were just like But yeah, I used to take this instruction booklet everywhere because I thought it was so cool, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna show my friends and I'm gonna like write stories about this, I'm gonna write my fan fiction, like my favorite part, of course, was the map. The map was really cool. And that's the thing that really broke new ground with this game. Like, this was the first time that they introduced like a really fully realized world to like the Mario-verse, or Mario Universe, Mario World. We've only seen like bits and pieces from like, Dinosaur World and Yoshi's Island and Peach's Castle and stuff like that. But even then, we didn't really interact with like the people. Like, what would the people in the Mushroom Kingdom be like? Like, were there other races besides like the Toad people and stuff like that? So it really set the bar for the coming Mario RPGs and having fun with this whole Mario world. Real shame that we kind of just forgot about it, or like Nintendo kind of just forgot about it. It's like, imagine if we just forgot about George Washington. Like, he was the first president and set the bar for like the coming presidents, but imagine if we just never had him on the dollar bill and we were just like, yeah, we don't even remember who our first president was. That's kind of like what happened to Super Mario RPG The Legend of the Seven Stars. Yeah. So if you haven't played this game, and you really like Mario games, you really need to play it. When I was a kid, I even bought the strategy guide, but this is like this really cheesy, unauthorized version, and you can tell how cheesy it is by the fact that they're careful not to, like, use any copyrighted material. It's just like very generic, and like, look at this. It has like the sun, and it's like, what is that? I mean, it has pictures of the game, but they don't like. It's not like reading the instruction booklet where they use a lot of like stuff from Nintendo and stuff like that. So, which makes it look really like sketchy and cheesy. Like someone just did this on like clip art or something like that back in the 90s. It looks really bad. Kind of looks like he's high. So, just briefly, the game starts out like a typical Mario game. Bowser kidnaps the princess. But then things get a little dicey as a giant, huge sword just crashes into Bowser's castle in the middle of Mario and Bowser's fight, and it kicks out everyone. And so now Mario has to find his way around to the castle again, because for some reason the whole world is oriented so that you can only get to Bowser's castle in like 2 bridges, but like you can't just go to the other bridge, you have to like walk around the whole world, which kind of seems contrived now that I think about it, but hey, whatever. But then you find out that this sword that came crashing into Bowser's castle destroyed Star Road on the way down, which I assume is the same. I assume Star Road and Rainbow Road are like the same thing. And Star Road is made up of like everyone's wishes. So now everyone's wishes like aren't coming true because Star Road is like in pieces. So you have to find all the pieces of Star Road and, to give everyone's wishes and stuff like that and save the day. Okay, so enough about me yapping about this game. Let's actually play this shit. I just wanted to do that really obnoxiously because everyone's always like, remember when we had to blow the cartridge? Oh, it was such a struggle. Static TV. Oh, and this was made by Square, the same people that made Final Fantasy games. Imagine I just stared really creepily at the camera, like, throughout all the cutscenes. It's longer than I remember it being. Okay, this is still going. They should have like a choir like Final Fantasy VI where it's like da 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 da. Whoa! There's a lot more files in here than I remember. I need to delete one of them. Let's see, it's not that. It's not that. It can't be A, because A is the one that starts the game. So it has to be Y. Okay, so if it's not X, B, Y, select, start, directional pad, L or R. Process of elimination, it has to be A. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna consult the manual, because that's what it's fucking there for. Okay, starting from scratch. On the title screen, press either start or the A button to access the screen. With the control pad, move Mario to the top, select new. I'm not gonna finish this in the fastest time, am I? Can't even get past the fucking... Oh, the thing that isn't as funny in this RPG as most RPGs is that they won't address you by the name that you enter. So, whatever. But, doesn't mean we can't have fun with it. So we'll do... Fits perfectly. Dickweed. So, from now on, the file that has my VGF challenge will be known as Dickweed. So let's start Super Dickweed RPG. Legend of the 7 Dicks.